Hi! Here we come with a brand new video in which we are going to discuss the top 10 luxury watch brands. Before the start of video, kindly subscribe our channel for new and interesting updates. Owning a luxurious timepiece has lengthy been visible as a signal of a person's success. People who've luxurious watches are the epitome of private achievement. Consumers who gravitate toward luxurious timepieces appear to have a first-rate eye for craftsmanship and design. All the manufacturers which are taken into consideration, pinnacle luxurious watch manufacturers, come from a protracted lineage of history. Tradition comes into play with watchmaking, but those organizations ensure that they may be accomplishing the more youthful era even as upholding their tradition. Here we assemble a listing of pinnacle 10 luxury watch manufacturers. Number 10. Jacques Droz. A watchmaker that got going as a wonderful clockmaker, Jacques Droz was quick to open a production line in Geneva, Switzerland, and before long became one of the main 10 watch brands on the planet. His mechanical virtuoso created watches that implanted a portion of the insight utilized in producing their uncommon pendulum clocks, and included many watches with automata, and which isolates them from other very good quality watchmaking brands, is that they are viewed as a more refined brand for those with just the most lovely taste. The organization's pioneer ventured to the far corners of the planet and delivered magnum opuses that were each interestingly propelled by the districts that were visited. Frequently found in France, Jacques Droz gave Queen Marie Antoinette of France's watches. His pieces were many times tracked down in imperial courts, all through the cultivated world. The emperor in Beijing of the Qing tradition was wondered by his work and set up workplaces to import these entrancing mechanical showstoppers. Number 9. Rolex. It would be a disgrace on the off chance that we didn't make reference to a brand like Rolex, which has the most perceived watch brand on the planet with, in a real sense, 100% memorability. Be that as it may, however, they are the most renowned of all well-known watch marks. We should recognize them for their watchmaking abilities, not only for their fame. Rolex creates some fairly astonishing watches, and loads of them. It is assessed that their creation is around 2,000 watches each day. Something about this most popular watch brand is that individuals fly off the handle about the way that they have a higher typical resale esteem than some other watch brand available. This can straightforwardly be ascribed to the way that Rolex is in the event that not the most positively one of the most significant watch brands on the planet. As a brave extravagance watch brand that has seen its watches at the most noteworthy top on the planet and the least wretched profundity of our planet's waters. Number 8. Glashütte Original. With regards to top-of-the-line watches, individuals ordinarily consider Switzerland, since Swiss watchmakers make up the main part of the pack. However, there are special cases. Glashütte Original is a Saxonian/German brand, which nothing unexpected here. German designing is widely popular, particularly with regards to mechanical designing. Glashütte Original is one of only a handful of exceptional extravagance German brands that truly stick out. They are seemingly one of the most downplayed in the business. Their watches have faultlessly executed craftsmanship. Their consistently famous Pano series are dazzling as well as very much made. They produce many confounded watches including tourbillons, chronographs, ceaseless schedules, and that's just the beginning. Some of Glashütte Original's most well-known assortments incorporate the numerous Senator watches. Number 7. Omega. Omega SA is one of the more well-known brands of extravagance observed yet. They are not really one of the most costly watch brands out there, contrasted with numerous watchmakers referenced here. They had their Seamaster watches highlighted in significant movies consistently. Movies, for example, say each James Bond film since GoldenEye, including Pierce Brosnan, and each 007 film that followed, including Daniel Craig. Generally eminently renowned for their moonwatch, the Omega Speedmaster Pro, which was on the wrist of Buzz Aldrin as he made his most memorable strides on the lunar surface. Having their watches flight qualified by NASA for a space mission, for example, Apollo 11 was instrumental in raising the distinction of this brand. Omega is, truth be told, the second most perceived Swiss watch brand on the planet, with around 70% global memorability. They are claimed by a watch combination called Swatch Group. Number 6. Jaeger-LeCoultre. Jaeger-LeCoultre is a Swiss extravagance brand of watches that is profoundly regarded by its friends. Many accept it as to be one of the most outstanding extravagance watchmakers, and apparently quite possibly of the most, in an upward direction, coordinated lofty watchmaker on the planet. One reason for this is that they produce their own developments in-house, as well as large numbers of their parts in-house. Watchmakers that can create in-house developments are typically held up on a platform and celebrated for their capacity to control quality and craftsmanship down to the best detail. Barely any makers produces a huge number all alone as Jaeger-LeCoultre, lovingly called JLC by watch gatherers and watch epicureans the world over. For the above reasons, they were placed at the 6th situation in our main 10 extravagance watch brands. This notable assortment brought forth much more up-to-date invert series, which incorporate a super meager double-dialed series called the Grande Reverso Ultra Thin Deux-Face. This 2-in-1 watch series has a dim dial on one side of the case, while the other side of the case has a light-hued dial. Number 5. Ulysse Nardin. In 1846, a Ulysse Nardin opened its production. At the time, it was not in excess of a watch stand, yet before long became one of the forces to be reckoned with in the watch business. They make everything from exemplary moderate plan series like the San Marco Classico to the conspicuous and muddled Hour Striker, Sonata, and El Toro GMT Plus / perpetual calendar assortments. Other present-day assortments incorporate the Quadrato Dual Time and Dual Time Perpetual. Ulysse Nardin is very popular for their marine chronometers like the Maxi Marine Chronometer and their marine chronograph. With their marine watches, Ulysse Nardin has cornered a portion in timekeeping, where they really sparkle more brilliant than the North Star. Number 4. Blancpain. Blancpain was laid out in 1735 and is marginally more seasoned than Vacheron Constantin. However, didn't work under the Blancpain brand from the day it was laid out. They have contributed a lot to the progression of watchmaking strategies and created watches containing probably the most convoluted developments. Blancpain is the trailblazer in making jumping watches, with their notable 50 Fathoms watch, the world's very first jumper's watch. Blancpain had since delivered many fine assortments, including La Brassus, Lemon, Villerat, Novelties, Specialties, and Sport. They are one of the main 10 watch brands on the planet and deserving of much acclaim. Number 3. Audemars Piguet. One more individual from the renowned Blessed Trinity in watchmaking. Audemars Piguet has been fabricating probably the most marvelous watches since being established in 1875. They are unquestionably viewed as by most to be one of the main 10 watch brands in this present reality. The assortment for which they are most renowned is the AP Royal Oak series. This is a notable watch assortment that was a significant major advantage for Audemars Piguet, who was quick to utilize a non-valuable metal, treated steel in the most recent games watch plan, and charge extravagance costs. Audemars Piguet then delivered its submerged rendition of the famous watch, the Royal Oak Offshore series, which became one of the most well-known plunging watches ever. As one of the Trinity, AP has reliably exceeded expectations over time and is exceptionally regarded. The coming of the Royal Oak watch opened entryways for the overwhelming majority extravagance watchmakers to utilize their horological skill as a valuing factor instead of only the valuable metal utilized. While a watch used to be extremely valuable, many are presently worth more than its weight in gold, paying little heed to what material is being utilized. Number 2. Vacheron Constantin. Next in our renowned watch brands list is the most seasoned, ceaselessly working watchmaker on the planet. A brand brings many long periods of watchmaking history with it. Beginning around 1755, Vacheron Constantin is likewise another Holy Trinity watch brand and has been making the absolute most unimaginably special and imaginative horological works of art. The best illustration of their mechanical virtuoso would be the as-of-late delivered Vacheron Constantin reference number 57,260, otherwise called the world's most confounded watch, with a stunning 57 entanglements, and which has an expected worth at $8 million as indicated by Forbes. Indeed, even before this astounding accomplishment, they were viewed as a top extravagance watchmaker. Number 1. Patek Philippe. Known for imagining the absolute first wristwatch, Patek Philippe & Co. has turned into a top watchmaker and is one of the most pursued on the planet. Everybody would concur that it would be an injury to make a main 10 rundown and not notice this watchmaker. Patek Philippe is one of the three Holy Trinity watchmakers. A portion of their most famous models incorporate the Nautilus, Aquanaut, World Time, 24, Calatrava, and that's just the beginning. Notwithstanding their numerous famous models, Patek Philippe was dispatched to make a portion of the world's most convoluted looks for some high-profile people, for example, James Ward Packard and Henry Graves. The Graves Super Complication. One of the best watches made was sold for a dumbfounding $11 million USD in 1999 at a New York sell-off and highlighted 24 confusions that required 8 years to explore and make. Many believe them to be the best watch brand on the planet, and for this reason, they were recorded first in our main 10 extravagance watch brands. Aside from being viewed as one of the most amazing watch marks, one more extraordinary achievement of Patek Philippe at one point was the making of the world's most convoluted watch known as the Patek Philippe. Did you like this video? Be sure to submit your answer in our comment section. Don't forget to subscribe us.